It's Week 16 of the NFL, and we've got J.K. Dobbins. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Bears and the Lions, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
These two teams, they met at Ford Field earlier this season with the Lions winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. First carry for Kenneth. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Anything to make of this, or just a bad stretch? Because he had the two fumbles he lost last week and now a third.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight. All the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
2nd and 11 now.
At the Lions' 30-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. And it's complete, right back in the hands of Smith. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll run the end around. This is Cooks. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The Lions offense and their running back getting set to go once more. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. And you can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a 1st down.
He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. It'll be a gain of just a yard at its 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
A pass complete to Adunze. You look at this Bears defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. Well, with 3 weeks left, they are in one of those 3 wild card spots, Charles, but that spot is not clinched, and there's not a ton of breathing room for them, so the bottom line, they just need to focus on winning right now.
Yeah, they totally have their eyes open, don't they? They know they've got teams trying to run them down. They can hear their footsteps. The question coaches ask guys in the locker room, do you have another gear left to pull away and lock in that playoff spot? If so, let's hit it.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Short throw to Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Dobbins trying the left side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Back deep is Charlie Jones. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start the drive here with Gainwell. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Brings us 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Now 2nd and 5. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Bears had 8 and 6 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them. Galvanize themselves and go forward and get a win in this one.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Felton. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Purdy from the gun. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And the numbers will show he's been one of the most productive QBs in the league all season long, right up there among the leaders in passing yardage. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Monty Rice in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
One of the best in the NFL, in no small part because of his running ability. But on that play, didn't matter to the defense at all. Nice stop for them, a feather in their cap for getting the sack and brought down one of the toughest guys to catch in the NFL.
Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Gets past one man. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Michael Dana. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
Now Purdy. Open man is Barner, the tight end. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Mason. Good footwork at the 30. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They toss this out right to Gainwell. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Purdy now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Back to throw, Purdy. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And that will come the offense as they take over. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On the give, it's Mason. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Mason good. And a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Oh, he shifts past him. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Coleman has it here right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the 1st and 10.
They'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Lions on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's 3rd and 3. Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Here's Purdy. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Charlie Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away now from moving out in front.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he fires one incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Here's Jake Camarda now.
Jake Camarda in punt formation.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Detroit.
Rome Odunze.
77 yards.
And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. But the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Now Mahomes. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now here's Mahomes. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
2nd down and 4.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Josh Allen, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Trevor Lawrence, over 300 yards passing in the victory with a couple of touchdown passes as well. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium.
and they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Hollywood Marquise Brown, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bears offense and the veteran A.J. Brown set to go to work once more. And he's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis. So to no one's surprise, his name sits near the top of the list in terms of most receptions by a wideout this season. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
The Lions offense and Rome Odunze set to take over once more. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's going to be caught by Bigsby.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
A former Oklahoma State Cowboy, it's Chuba Hubbard.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on 3rd down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. In there to drop it for the loss, linebacker Nakobe Dean, an outstanding play. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Mahomes going to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. There again is Cooks, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
That is brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
That pass completed to Dortch.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jonnu Smith from 4 yards out.
And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback. And Detroit back in possession of the football. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
And throwing here, Purdy.
Man open, here is Jones.
Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Charlie Jones
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
No, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
And 8 yards to go.
Mahomes now to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Lions offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Purdy looking to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Bears take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Mason on the toss. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Caught out left side by Robinson. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Cooks.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead, and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
To the left side, into the hands of Adunze.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Here's a give to Bigsby.
And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 24. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
From the gun, Bigsby.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Purdy now to throw.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Jeremy Chin with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Here's Mahomes to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. Foye Oluokun finding his way to the ball for a stop. A tackle for loss.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's complete to Robinson. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. From midfield, here's Mahomes.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings us 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now back to throw.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now Mahomes.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by Lutz is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Great effort by Derwin James on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will...
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Purdy off the play fake.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Back to throw, Purdy.
Yeah, offenses are always trying to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Now Purdy.
This one complete to Coleman. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Here comes second down at 5.
At the Lions' 42-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Mahomes will throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Smith. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Mahomes.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Another try from the 14 on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Here's 3rd down at 5. Mahomes.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. And they do not get it. It's incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not pay off.
I know we have individual minds, but I think we're thinking as 1 on this one. And 1 was the number, wasn't it?
Yeah, kick the extra point. Now you need a miracle. You need an onside kick quickly and to do something spectacular.
I mean, going for 2 there, either they felt like this is all we've got left, we've got to win it right now, or they've got some incredible miracle special teams play to get the ball back and give them one last chance.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's able to get it to Coleman. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Detroit, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.